Surprise! We don't normally do Saturday daily financial news, but I had a lot going on, so I thought we should do this one special. We're going to start with Javier Milei, president of Argentina, going nuclear on the World Economic Forum. How about pending home sales, or existing home sales for 2023 and the month of December? What does Redfin say about demand as rates fall? And probably most importantly for us, what is going on with consumer sentiment? And folks, we're going to hold this to the end, but I got a lot of cards for us to talk about today. Let's get into it. Folks, if you follow me on Twitter or X, please understand that I posted or forwarded or whatever it's called, retweeted, I guess, Javier Milei's speech at the World Economic Forum. Go ahead and follow me on X and see it for yourself. It is actually a speech that I have watched I have listened to no less than 3 times. It is a jam-packed 20 minutes full of just righteousness. It was pretty awesome to listen to. If you haven't listened to it, this is the basic net of it, from my opinion. I would love to hear from you what you took from Javier Milei's presentation. But basically he said, hey folks, if you want to know the difference between capitalism and socialism, I ask you to take a look at Argentina's history. If you go back to the late 1800s, and again, I'm doing this from memory, there was about a 35-year period where Argentina was on top of the world. And then they took a right turn towards socialism for 100 years. And again, hearing him share his story about his country, it is clear to say that socialism benefits the few and punishes the majority. Again, it is a speech that is worth listening to, watching. Again, socialism, collectivism. He basically gave the middle finger, the big FU, to the entire World Economic Forum, to the Agenda 2030, basically saying Agenda 2030 will only bring misery to the world. Misery to the world. Again, folks, he is talking about a system that is built on capitalism. Yes, with checks and balances, of course. But again, if you want to adopt socialism or collectivism, if you want to create strife between man and woman, different races, follow what the World Economic Forum is doing. It is a simple playbook. Again, follow me on X, Twitter, appreciate that. But again, go find Javier Milei's presentation wherever you go. And yes, he walked in to the lion's den and gave the middle finger. I cannot imagine the World Economic Forum gave him that stage, understanding what he was about to do. And he did it in a glorious way. So again, do yourself a favor. Do not be intimidated by either political class or the parasites who live off the status quo. Again, folks, there is so much in the speech that I wrote down and felt was important. But again, I think everyone should go watch it. It is pretty powerful stuff. Yes, you probably heard this little boy whining. Okay, all the time, always in my lap. This guy always wants to be in my lap. This is Sonny, if you don't know who he is, a little 7-pound Shih Tzu. All right, let's get into what else is going on, because there's so much. But again, shout out Javier Milei, president of Argentina, for going nuclear on 2030 Agenda and World Economic Forum. So we've been talking about this on this channel for quite a while now, that I thought the spring selling season started early. In fact, I think I did a video around the 14th or 17th of December. Looks like Redfin is agreeing. Redfin says their demand index is up 10% already. Now again, remember, this is not something that I am particularly happy about. I am in the camp that I would love to see real estate go sideways for the next 2 or 3 years. But realize this is all about payment. And if rates fall, more people, right, it's called the marginal demand, will be drawn back in. And unfortunately, the consumer has taught me one thing. I've studied the consumer for 30 years. If you were to boil down what a consumer wants in general, is a deal. That's it. We want a deal. We want to feel like we're not getting got. Guess what? You go from 3% interest to 8%, you're not happy. You go on strike, demand falls off. You go from 8 to 6.5, or heaven forbid, 5.99, watch out. The consumer will feel like they're getting a deal. It could be wild to watch. If you're an agent or shopping, I'm hearing from you all the time, but let me know in the comments, is demand higher than you expect? Has the spring selling season started? Let's talk about home sales for 2023 and the month of December. It is very interesting. Home sales for the year were down 6.2% to a total of 4.09 million, just over 4 million units. Just 2 years ago, we were almost at 6 million, so quite the drop. On top of that, rates have fallen and active inventory is down 11.5%. So again, it is seeing some very interesting data. Price. The crash bros want you to believe that 2023 would be price crashes. It did not happen again. It was 382,600, or a positive 4.4%. December home sales did fall, a new bottom, right? Our old bottom was 3.79 million. That was the annualized, I think it was October. December beat it, 3.78, so just under 3.79. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to call that a win. You know that I called the bottom at 3.8 million. What's 0.02 away? So I will still call that a win. We will be going up from here, no doubt. The December home sales will no doubt be over 3.78. In fact, we might touch 4 million when you annualize January sales. Next up, let's talk about consumer sentiment. This was important. This was market moving Friday. Consumer sentiment, again, like all the economics numbers I give you, don't worry about the number. Worry about the direction and the move. All right, what does that mean? Well, consumer sentiment posted its strongest 1 month gain. It came in at 78.8. We don't care about 78.8 because it's a number that without context means very little. What we should care about is it was its highest gain, strongest 1 month gain since 2000. Also, last month was pretty good too, if you remember. If you add November and December together, it was the largest 2 month jump since 1991. Folks, go back to 1991. We were coming out of a recession. This is a signal. And what was the big mover for me in consumer sentiment? It was the surprise drop in inflation expectations. As consumers, our expectations matter. There was a time that inflation expectations was over 4%. It is now under 3%. Last month it came in at 3.1. It is now 2.9. These are all things heading in the right direction. Again, we may get the soft landing where we have low growth and we have falling interest rates because the Fed doesn't want to remain restrictive. I will say that I'm still in the camp of March is too soon, March is too soon, March is too soon. But we will undoubtedly have something in the May to June timeframe. I do want to call attention to a couple of videos that went out on Thursday. There is 1 trillion loan defaults coming due that are going to be in trouble. Yes, we will get some extend and pretend. Yes, the lower rates at the margin help some borrowers, but in general, there is a lot of pain coming to commercial real estate. And if we've been talking for a while now, it's not only office. Office gets the headlines. It is going to be multifamily. Please understand, this is coming. And I want to give you a timeline of how this will break down. I had this conversation with Jonathan Twomley, a large multifamily investor. I say this as someone who has to go back to the banks once a year and present my financial statement and balance sheet. This is what's going to happen to the 5 to 40 unit owner. They're going to go in, it's year 4 or heading into year 5. They're going to show their financial statement. It's going to be solid. They've never missed a payment. And unfortunately, the bank is going to say, I'm sorry, we can't refi you. We can't extend. There are some regional banks that just don't want those loans. There are some regional banks that need cash. So again, what is going to happen? This borrower is they're going to try to refi somewhere else. They're going to find that that's difficult. Then they're going to say, oh my goodness, I need 70 grand to do a cash-in refi to lower my value because my property is worth less. Some have the 70 grand and they'll be fine. But many won't. So this is why I think we're going to start to see distress come June and July. If you bought a property in 2020, your 5-year period is in 2025, obviously. But what will happen is you will try to sell it in 2024. These properties likely will be overpriced because, again, the seller will be trying to get back what they paid. It's not rational, but it's what happens. And then at some point, it will settle in. They can't sell it for what they bought. They have to eat some. They have to take a loss. Shoot, maybe they have to give it back to the bank. But I believe we will start to see pain in the small multifamily space probably in July and August. And by pain, I mean more listings. This is the stuff to pay attention to. On top of that, we had a conversation with Stephen Dow from Velocity Mortgage imploring you to learn the tool of the 50-40-10. 50% first, 40% seller second, and 10% equity from you, the borrower. That is a tool that I hope to deploy because I will be able to overpay and get a lower combined or blended interest rate. It is a powerful tool. I think there's a playlist on this channel called Deep Dive. Go watch the couple hours where Stephen and I were giving you everything about the 50-40-10. What else we want to talk about? Layoffs have started a little bit. We heard about Citigroup, Wayfair, Macy's have continued. Although let's not forget that Thursday's unemployment came in at a near record low at 187. So a lot going on there. And then finally, a quick announcement. As you may know, or if you've heard me talk about, we did a 10-week boot camp. That 10-week boot camp is now over. That 10-week boot camp cost $1,000. We were lucky enough to have 43 One Rental at a Time fans go through that. It is now complete. So what I'm doing now is I've just published it. You can go back and watch the replay, watch all the Q&A, get all the spreadsheets, so see all of it for $99. So you can watch the replay at your heart's content for only $99. Pretty cool. I will do you one better because I like taking care of my audience. As you know, what I've been doing the last couple of weeks is I've been selling the How to Get Started One Rental at a Time for $3.99. And I've been giving you two $50 options, right? Debt equity, private money, all of those things. What I will do for the next, let's call it the next 48 hours, because I don't think a lot of folks expect my Saturday live streams, is if you buy the course, How to Get Started One Rental at a Time, I will give you the option of not getting two $50 courses. I will give you the one $100 course. So you could get the 10-week boot camp and How to Get Started One Rental at a Time for only $3.99. Crazy. I'm nuts. That's just silly. All right. Now let's congratulate some people. This is actually why I'm doing this Saturday live stream, is because I had so many cards. I didn't want to wait till Sunday. I was excited. So Leah, congratulations on getting your golden ticket. Robert, congratulations on getting your golden ticket. Robert, you're a twofer today, so you not only got a golden ticket, but you also got your first black card. Remember, folks, you can get lots of these. We have some people with 12, 13, 14, 15 of these. Keep getting these, but you can only get one golden ticket. We know the rules, right? Redion was on the channel. I think it's Landlord Odyssey. We did a new investor series, and he just closed on his next deal. So Redion, congratulations. Theen, congratulations on your golden ticket. Hopefully I pronounced that close to correct. Theme, congratulations. And then Todd and Diana bringing us home with the final golden ticket of the day, folks. Folks, these are already stamped. These are going out today. I hope you have an amazing day. Don't forget how to get started, one rental at a time, $3.99. And if you want, you can get the $99 boot camp. Crazy. All right, folks, take care. I'm going to go, knock on wood, for a 10-mile run today because, of course, I'm training for a marathon, and I need to go a little bit longer. I need to go more than 6 or 8. I'm going to try to do 10 miles today. Wish me luck. Bye.